What's up, guys? Jim the Game Guru again. Today I am going to be going through Horizon Chase Turbo, show you some gameplay of that. If you like Switch gameplay and you want to see different Switch games, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, blah blah blah, and help grow my channel. So gonna go over Horizon Chase Turbo, and it is a throwback to the days of old of the 80s and 90s with those classic racers like Outrun and Top Gear and even Rad Racer. I don't know if anybody remembers Rad Racer from the good old NES games days. That was a game that I used to hit a lot on, and lots of those style games like even Pole Position on the Atari. This is taking those style of games and bringing it up into 2020. Very arcadey, very unrealistic. No damage, no explosions, just chaotic racing. So once you get into Horizon Chase, there are several different modes. You have campaigns, playground, tournament. The playground tournament get unlocked as you go. Playground is an area where you can go to do like kind of weekly challenges or daily challenges. It's however long they set the challenge to be. So right now there's one in there for, I think it's 8 more days. So the next season is going to be 8 days from now, and you kind of go through here and just try to knock out these challenges. These are actually some of the more challenging races. Then you have a tournament, which is kind of like your cups and like Mario Kart. You know, they have the 50 class cup, the 100, 150, 200. Well, this they have like an amateur, professional, and master. So you can kind of go through here and just race 4 races in a row. It does kind of the whole point system, and then whoever wins gets the most points in that tournament wins. So we're going to campaigns. We have Summer Vibes, which is an add-on DLC. We have Rookie, and we have World Tour. I feel like this game is very, very easy as far as the challenge for most of the races. And it's kind of surprising they would have a Rookie series in there. I don't know if it's just because they're trying to cater to more kids, so that if some kids are having a hard time racing, they can just use the Rookie series cars, and it's easier. Go to World Tour, bunch of different countries where you can kind of go through and unlock different areas to race. I've already done California, Brazil. I'm in Brazil now. I did Chile already, all the way through. I actually played this game before I even bought it for the Switch on the Android platforms, and it's pretty solid. We'll go ahead and get in here to a race. I'm gonna go ahead and do an upgrade race in Brazil. This will actually earn me an upgrade for my cars. Whenever you get upgrade for your cars, the upgrade you purchase or you earn will immediately affect all your cars. There is no like, oh, it's just for this car, tweak it on here, tweak it on there. Countdown fire up. If you're one of those ones that want to hit the accelerator right when you go down from 2 down, you're not the only one. I'm so used to that with Mario Kart. This one is like you have to accelerate like when it gets to 1 and kind of rev up a little bit. So when you're on the races, obviously your goal is to come in first. But then there's other races too where you'll actually have to gain coins, and you need to collect all of the coins on the track. Oh man, that was so bad. You can see it's very arcade, unrealistic kind of feel, but it's fast. The graphics are really clean. It's got kind of like that fast, like whiplash movement. Very, very similar to the old school 90s games and even 80s. You have turbo too. You can use like nitrous. That will zip you even quicker. The AI in this game is total garbage. That's not what the challenge is going to be in this game with the AI. The challenge in this game is trying to get all the coins in a single race and avoiding the wall that the AI, I'm getting low fuel now, puts up. So if you don't pick up the fuel canisters while you're driving, you could actually run out of gas. And oh man, there's go. Oh, I got one. I need more. Holy cow! I might actually run out of fuel. No, no. I might actually run out of fuel. Okay, I'm on the final lap. I need gas like now. Where are the gas canisters at? There are no gas canisters. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Where are they? I don't see any. Wow. I can't believe I ran out of fuel. Oh my god. That's the first time it's happened to me since I've had it. What? There's like no gas on that race. Alright, so that's what happens when you run out of fuel. And let's do that again because that's bullshit. Again, fuel low? Jesus. There we go. Fuel on this freaking course is just non-existent. I mean, there's races that you'll have ridiculous amount of canisters. There we go. Alright. There's your typical leaderboards in this too. If you're like a junkie and you like this stuff and you really get off the whole leaderboard stuff, then I mean there's some I looked at some of the times there earlier and I'm like, wow, and those people must be playing this game all the time. Well, I'm gonna upgrade the fuel and acceleration this time because that was a pain in the butt in that one. The fact that I didn't have it. I don't like buy into the leaderboards too much with a lot of the games I play because it's too much. Like every game that you get, especially if you play a lot of games, has to have some kind of leaderboard where everybody wants to be the best. It's just, I like playing this game just for fun and completing. Just try to complete everything you can complete. Every kind of race that you go to will have a different background, and whether you're driving through cities or coastal or desert, or I feel like they've done a great job with making every race seem different to its region. I don't feel like there's like only 5 races and they mix it up the same 5 races with just with some different turns or whatever. I actually feel like it's a different race. Different environment, different place. This one, I don't know if I see the coins yet on this one. But the AI, like I said earlier, is not great. And it's not supposed to be. It's more like, how can we make the environments really hard and squish them in and have a bunch of cars that, and make the turns really hard and then have a bunch of cars kind of create walls for you. But you're never going to have like a rival where you get to the top and you're like, oh man, this guy is just crazy good and not letting me pass. This car is not so fast right now. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I'm catching up to them. I didn't see any coins on this one. Man, could they fuel? You do have like the mini maps and stuff on the side, but honestly, I very rarely look over there because it's so fast and it whips around so fast that I don't have time to even glance over there. I feel like if you glance over there 1 second, it's over. You're flying off the road. Oh my god, that dude is way up there. What the hell? Let's see if I can catch up to him. I might be able to. I might be able to. Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Maybe. No, I was dumb. I tried cutting the corner. I tried cutting the corner too much. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, he got me on that one. But not because he was good, just because he was so far up there. Right? I mean, you start off like in 20th spot every single race, and the goal of this game is to go, how can I go from 20th and just fly up and pass everybody as much as I can. Alright, and I'll go back and just redo that one again, and I know that the next time I do it, I'll beat them. There's very low like replaying of levels constantly when you're in this game. I don't think I've ever been in a race where I've had to play it over and over like 25,000 times to get the first place. Wow, that's so hard. But you see how they squish you in on these races. It's insane. I mean, the AI, simple, just pass them, boom, boom. Now I gotta see, like, there are no coins in this level. It's like Brazil is all coinless. Alright. See if I can boost up here and get past these dudes. Typically, you gotta save your boost for your last boost. See, I just picked one up there. I picked up another boost, which is gonna be helpful. See, there's right there was a perfect example of that. Once in a race or something, a little stutter will happen, and I don't know why that is. But I won't see it again for the entirety of the race from this point on. I just don't know why it happens. Oh man, come on, get out of the way. But this is a super cool game, though. I mean, I'm definitely going to keep in my rotation list in my Switch games. Probably not using the best card now either. I'm not using like a sports card or anything, so... Oh man, that sucked. That would have been like probably the ideal type of card to use. This card is probably not that great on... Yeah, looks like I'm gonna get third on this one. It's just because they're so far ahead when you start the race. And there they are. So and it just shows you how close it is at the end every single time. Like the other race, the guy was up there in front of me. Like at the end, after I've gone from 20th up, and that race was the same thing. So as long as you take every turn kind of perfectly, then it should be no issue. There is a little bonus thing, a box there. I'm guessing that you get something if you... Oh, it's a new car. So if I were to go back and win this, I would get a new car. Alright, that's cool. Not worried about that so much anymore. So that's World Tour. You gotta go through there, and you just try to get first place as much as you can on everything. And then keep going, and then eventually they get harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Until you, let's go to some revive things. I'm kind of curious about this. Oh, it's just a single, oh, okay, it's multiple races. You just kind of unlock them as you have to get third or better every single time, okay. So this DLC actually gave me this kind of car, which reminds me of the, of Outrun. I would love to see a mode in this game where it wasn't just a standalone track, but it was the optional tracks. Where I love how Outrun does it, where there were certain games where they would actually allow you to choose as you're going, and you would have like a rival as you're driving. I said this one has coins, and then when you eventually get to a point on the race where you can kind of pick which direction you want. So you either go right or left, and like if you go right, it takes you through a forest. If you go left, it takes you to the beach or whatever. And you can kind of pick your own direction, which way you want to go. I think that would be really cool if they would add an option in this game for that. it would be a good break. So if you're tired of doing just single tracks in these different countries and stuff, that you can actually just do something like that where you can repeat over and over, change the difficulty on it, and then and just race a different pathway each time. Man, this guy is like the biggest C block. He just won't let me past him. It's like he's not even trying to block me. That's the thing that kills me. He's just there, but every turn that comes around is in his favor, so that I can't move. Let's go. My God. No, I'm not really concentrating on the coins too much right now. I just want to get through this race to kind of show you what the level looks like. What am I on the third lap? Whenever you get all the coins, it will actually have this big highlighted blue thing on the screen. And there we go, first on that. And you'll see at the very, like, at this confirmation screen on where, like, hey, how many coins did I get? And how many did I miss it by? It's not going to show me this time. Oh yeah, there it is, 21 out of 25. So I only missed 4 of them. No big deal. But yeah, so that's the summer vibes. You just kind of go through. It's got like a bunch of summary courses. You just got to go through and just knock them all out like that. The last thing, so I'm not going to go into rookies because I don't really feel like doing the easier stuff. Let's go to, we'll go to tournament. We'll just go like an amateur tournament. We'll go to the next one and just kind of knock this one out so you can see it. What am I going to choose? What am I going to choose? Let's do, oh, like that one has top speed 140 miles per hour and 34. It's 135. See, this one has a ton of handling. It's crazy. It's got a little less speed than the other sporty cars, but the handling is through the roof compared to, well, compared to those cars. Because those ones were like 3.5. This was like 4.9. There are cars you would lock on later on that obviously have way more handling and way more acceleration and speed and you name it. Oh man. There's no coins on the tournament ones. I don't think. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. There was. Yep, there they are. They're just purple. They're not blue. So we go through here. Oh shit. Alright, cool. Let's blast through this if we can. This game looks a lot harder than what it is. Like when you get into it, you have to get used to the speed and stuff. But once you've raced a couple of races a couple times, then you're good. Oh wow, it didn't give me the notification that I got all the coins. I got one more nitrous left. Okay, so I'm third now. This car right here on the right, for some reason, he's always a brute. Not that time he wasn't. Oh, there are the coins. I couldn't get them. And there's where the challenge of the coins comes into play, because sometimes they'll have them on turns that you can't see them. You're blinded by them, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, they're right there, and you're like, oh, jeez. And you just don't know to be on the right side to collect them there. Until it's too late, until you fly right by them, and you're like, yep. Alright, awesome, first place. I'm not sure if the coins in the tournament really mean anything toward anything else. Like if you actually have to get them all. I think it's just a matter of getting gold, and that's all you need. Because there's no confirmation screens or anything on each race that tell you how many coins you get. We'll see at the very end after we do all 4. This game was on sale for $5.99, so I had to pick it up when it dripped. When it dropped. It's normally, I think, $15 or maybe $19.99. I can't remember. But for $6, hell yeah. I mean, if you like racing, especially this old school style, then $6 is nothing for this. There's a lot of races. You go to a lot of places, and then they're constantly updating with like that kind of that online section where it's that challenge for the week or for 8 days or whatever it is. And when you do those and you complete those, you get some kind of a prize. And I'm guessing it's a car. I mean, because there are no customizations that I've seen so far in this game that involve like tires or decals or anything. It looks like it's just cars. Cars are your prizes. All the car stats are very close, though. I mean, I haven't come across any that are like, oh yeah, this has a 10 for fuel, but like this other one has a 3 for fuel or something. They're all kind of close and off by a couple points each little stat. See if I can blow past this guy here. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do that. That guy likes to bang. Every time you try to come by, he makes a sideswipe you. There we go. Alright, let's go to the next one. Come on. Two more. I mean, you can see how clean it is, though. I mean, it's so clean. So when you get down to 1, you typically fire up your gas. Oh, this one has actually the lines in the grass, kind of like the old games. Oh man, this is gonna be one of those hard courses where like it's so thin, you have to get through like a stack of dudes. Alright. I'm actually surprised with a lot of racing games on the Switch. I mean, there are a lot of good racing games. Obviously, there's all the kart racers, and then there's some indie games that have come through. And then there's like the Grid Autosport, which came through. I haven't picked that one up yet. I want to pick up Grid Autosport though and try that out. I never played that on like the 360. I think it was a 360 that it came out before. Oh jeez, come on. Well, let's see. It's so hard to look around, like look up at my lap number and look up at the map because it's just so damn fast. The minute I take my eye off just one little frickin' time, it's like, oh my goodness. Then there's Burnout Paradise, which is coming out soon, but at an EA, beautiful EA. Oh no, no. A beautiful EA premium for Burnout Paradise, which is garbage. I didn't pick up a single fuel canister. Get the hell out of here. Thank God the finish line was there, or else I was going to be screwed. I definitely want to pick up Burnout, but I'm dreading that $50 price tag on it. And I'm curious if EA is actually going to do anything super awesome as far as the optimization or anything on it. And if it looks good as far as remastered. It's supposed to, but we'll see. Burnout was like one of my favorite games when I played it on the PS2. Didn't play it for the 360. I had a 360. I never picked up Paradise. I had Revenge and whatever the first Burnout was, and those games were just amazing. But you can see every level is like different. I mean, obviously they'll have similar objects here and there on the side or whatever, but as far as the environments, and they've really done a good job of making every single other level just look different. Even if it's just tweaking the colors, plants, whatever it is. I like that. It's hard to play this game though non-stop, unlike some other racers, only because of the movement. This constant whiplash movement you go through, it's hard to play that for like 3-4 hours in a row. It's just not possible. Like when I used to play Gran Turismo 4, that game I could play. Shit, I could play that game. Oh my god. Non-stop. Gran Turismo 4 was amazing. If they brought out Gran Turismo 4, which I know they wouldn't because it's a Sony game. But if they ever... Oh my god, that would be a dream if that ever landed on the Switch. But that would never happen, obviously. It would never in a million years. There we go. I'm going to skip this because it's like a trophy presentation. It's just kind of unnecessary for this. I think they could have skipped this screen and just showed, hey, you know, you won first place. It says you can get a super trophy by getting all the coins, and maybe that's why these ones are not lit up with different kind of trophies. And if I went back and replayed these and got all the coins, then it would probably give me a super trophy. But whatever. Okay, so that's tournament. So obviously, amateur, professional, master gets harder as you go. So we saw campaigns, and the only other one was Playground. But I'm not gonna go into Playground. But you can see that this is the online content they add every now and then, and they give you difficulty. Like these difficulties of 2 were actually pretty hard with the cars that I had. Now I'm not sure how they are now after I upgraded my cars a little bit more. Maybe they're a lot easier. But yeah, the ones with difficulty 4 are probably nightmares. And then if on the right side you see the bar goes up, and as you get the super trophy on each one of these, that bar will go all the way up until you get to the loot crate. And of course they had to add a loot crate in here, because what game doesn't nowadays, to get a prize. Really happy the way they converted this game to the Switch. I mean, it's much better than it was on Android. When I played this on Android, they didn't have the campaign. I mean, they had the main campaign that you go through. They didn't have Playground. They didn't have Tournament. And I feel like the controls are really super good. They're super tight. Graphics look good. Performance is great, except for that one little tiny little hiccup every now and then on a race where it does like a little half a second pause. Like, it only happens once on a race, or some races it doesn't happen at all, but some races it will happen once, and that's it. And I don't know why. But that's it. That's Horizon Chase Turbo. It's an awesome game, especially for $5.99. Pick it up for the Switch if you're a racing fan. You'll like it. Thanks for watching, guys.